Welcome to Beyond the Talking Points with Josh Jennings and David Riley. And tonight we have special guest host with us, Pete Pitts, who had been with the show before. Tonight, we've got Sam Anderson coming in talking about the fair. We're also going to have Duke Raulston is going to be calling in, telling us what's coming up with the Princess Theater. But first of all, we wanted to talk about what finally happened in the elections last week. We were off the air before many of the final tallies were in.
On state races.
Yep.
We got local races in. And we have to say thanks to Mr. Pitts for coming down. I thought I wasn't going to be here because I had the pleasure of judging a beauty contest in Ray County, Tennessee. They got some good-looking women up there. They were all over 65. It was a senior beauty pageant. But thank you for being here.
Thank you for
I did make it back. But, yeah, I had fun. It's hard to talk by yourself down here.
Yeah, I know.
Even for me.
But I thought you were just being vindictive because I had done it to you for 2 weeks.
No. It was interesting. I tell you, there were some close races.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
Not even in the county, there were some close races. State level, there were some close races.
Yeah.
At one point, I thought Desjardins might even be in trouble because it was reporting early that
he was behind early,
it was,
and then his votes came in. But the Rick Tillis winning over Mike Wagner.
Yes, that was so close. I mean, it was by about 40 votes or so, if I'm not mistaken. And so if you think your vote doesn't matter, think again. 40 votes. I mean, that's a close race, guys.
That's unbelievable.
Well, and this is the second primary in a row. You know, Desjardins and Jim Tracy was decided by less than 40 last time.
I think it was 38 votes last time.
I think it finally came out at 38
votes. I mean, that is so close.
Yeah.
And Desjardins, I thought, had a real good showing this time, considering so much money was spent against him in the district.
No doubt.
It was like $2 million, I think his opponent.
Oh, really? I knew it was 1-2, and but of course, Tamara King on the Democrat side is going to be facing Rick Tillis for District 92 State House race.
And that's, if you're wondering, that's the majority of Jasper. 92 is the majority of Jasper because that is my district.
It basically takes you from just outside of Jasper down through Kimball and South Pittsburgh. It's one of those wandering L-shaped districts.
But I think some of 39 is in South Pittsburgh too, isn't it?
Yes, back around on the other side of Battle Creek. Once again, some creative districting went into that. Undoubtedly, both sides of the ticket have their fair share of history with that.
I would call your state representative and ask them why they split up your county into two different state houses.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you the answer to the question if you'd like to know.
Go ahead, Josh. Do tell.
Well, when Republicans took control during redistricting during the census, they tend to cut up Democratic strong boxes. So South Pittsburgh is usually a very strong Democratic box.
Now, in fairness, I'm not going to totally dispel that, but there was additional population that caused more houses, more districts to need to be created. So, whatever. It's just the law. Don't let that bother you.
So I like Barack Obama's idea that we just do it all straight across America, latitude by longitude.
Yeah,
where you falls, where it happens.
Can get what? That'd be 15 15, 20 districts decide it.
Yeah. And the majority of voters would actually probably decide. Wouldn't that be something? To have a
No,
race where
they would
majority
not.
of-
The majority would
Okay,
not.
so District 92, I'll get off my high horse. District 92, Tamara King and Tillis. You said he won 40, less than 40
Yeah,
votes.
it was very, very close. So, I mean,
And he was not endorsed by the incumbent.
Outgoing incumbent. That is true. But again, like Pete said, if you think your vote doesn't count, suck it up. Go vote.
responsible, guys. You have an obligation.
How did I never saw the total for Marion County based on other elections. Does anybody know how we voted this time as far as percentage? How many?
I don't. I saw a little bit of the early voting, and of course, the last 2 days of early voting were astronomical, and the previous 13 were not anemic, but certainly when compared to the other two.
I saw an article that Hamilton County was down like, I think, 30,000 votes or something.
And that is just astronomically unforgivable.
It's tragic. It really is.
But
Well, this time is always, it seems like we get the best participation in the county when we have a lot of county races going on. And unfortunately, the time that assessor of property and road commission is on the ballot, it's always a down year.
Well,
And
like
it's
I said,
always
I
a
think-
presidential year, so I don't know if people are just wore out with that or what.
And look, they're wore out. Since he brought it up,
Worn out.
I got 47 pieces of mail for this primary. If I may appeal to our mighty candidates, I don't want bullet points. I want to know what the actual solution is.
But they work.
I like that.
Well, they don't.
Tillis spent the most money in that race and won by 40 votes.
Yeah, okay, I buy that.
Tillis, I mean,
It was a close one, but
Yeah.
he did pull through.
Because his
Target
money,
mail, direct mail tends to work with the older demographic.
well, his money came in late
Yeah.
because Wagner had pulled some money early. But
Interesting.
one thing I do want to mention, and Josh was kind enough to point this out, but everybody that we had on the show except one race, if they came on
Well,
our
two
show,
races, because both school board candidates in the second
oh,
district
that's
were out.
right. That was such a good show with the District 4.
Yeah.
And I hate that they. Anyway, we everybody that showed up on our show, with the exception of the 4th District School Board race and the.
I hate to tell you, but we're only 50-50. Because
You
I
don't
think there's
have
only
to-
4 races.
You don't have to put
Pretty
that
good,
part
though.
out.
Yeah.
It's
It
all
sounded
about-
like great odds for a minute there,
It's all
but
It
about
looked really good.
optics, Josh.
Well, it looked re- No, I thought 4th District, when they came down, did a great job. Jennifer Lawson come out handedly in that race. She won.
By the way, you're mistaken. We had Janice Bowling on the phone.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Ah,
I
see?
forgot.
See?
yeah,
Now it's 60-40.
now it's 60,
Who's laughing now?
75-25 even maybe. But, yeah, she did really good up there in that district. And, I have to congratulate her. She must have worked really hard because that was
She
a
does.
4-way race. And, in a 4-way race, anything can happen. You never
Yeah.
know who's going to split the vote and what's going to happen.
absolutely.
So
Well,
she did a good job.
on our county races, assessor of property, Steve Lamb, pulled off a victory over an extremely aggressive write-in campaign by Darrell Pittman. And, honestly, I was trying to just take a unscientific poll. I don't think a county-wide write-in campaign has ever been quite that close.
Successful. No. The last writing campaign that I remember was Lloyd Hood for sheriff.
Right.
And I think in the write-in it was 600 or 700 votes maybe, but I don't remember. I don't remember how many people voted. I don't remember how many candidates were in that. Well, it's probably only 2. Well, it could have been 3 if he was a write-in. I have no clue. But
Well, I was
that
told-
was, I don't know that I've followed politics out of Marion County pretty closely for the last 14 years, and I don't remember any time that a candidate who won early voting went on to lose the election.
I thought,
And Pittman won early voting that day. And
I'm sorry, wasn't there a county commissioner race?
well,
that
it
that
was so close. It was close, but I mean, he handedly won early voting by. I mean, it was like
Yeah.
60-40 when it come out early voting, 57-43 maybe,
Oh, but
Wow.
and it went on. Pittman led the entire night until the last three boxes came in.
Wow.
And it was, I think it was 30-something votes, maybe.
Yeah,
That's
it
so
was
close.
tough.
You know, the early voting is such a good indication, but you know, it just goes to show you never know for sure. So
You never know.
every vote counts, guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And road commissioner, we got a new road
Yes,
commissioner.
we do.
Yeah,
Jim Hawk,
He's
Neil Webb's untimely death. I hated to hear that. Neil is actually a cousin, a distant cousin of mine, but he is. I think Jim will do a good job. He was on the show. I was impressed with what he had to say, and I feel sure we'll see
Yeah.
the next 4 years how good he is. So, who we got on the line?
Well, as promised, we're going to try and give a monthly update, as it were, for the Princess Theater. And we've got Duke Raulston has called in, going to tell us a little bit about what's going on in August, first part of September. Duke, are you with us?
I am with you.
Excellent.
And, what I got is the schedule for this month, and we've got on August 12th and 13th, we've got Reach Witherspoon in Sweet Home, Alabama.
Can you hear him?
Can you hear me?
Well, maybe. We're trying to work on this thing, Duke.
Oh, okay. Well, let me repeat it. then.
All right. Yeah, I saw Sweet Home Alabama on my news feed on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay.
So when is that? Is it this Friday?
It's tomorrow.
Pardon?
When is it this Friday?
It's this Friday and Saturday.
Good deal.
And tickets are only $5 for that. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct.
All right. And what else?
Then on August 19th and 20th, we got the Angry Bird movie.
That's going to
I
be
knew y'all
popular.
like that one.
I hate to admit, but I play Angry Birds every night.
I do too.
Oh, that'll be fun.
And that's 19 and 20.
Yes, 19th and 20th. The 26th and the 27th, we're going to have hairspray.
Oh, okay.
And then on September 1st, we're going to have another meeting of Let's Start the Conversation, which is a meeting of, we're asking for anybody that's an artist or an artisan or a craftsman of any type that's interested, whether it's performing arts or painting or sculpture, whatever it is, to come down to the Princess and meet with us.
Okay.
Well, that'd be great.
And that's on September 1st.
What time?
September 1st at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
All right. And so anybody in the art community, they're just looking for ways to better highlight the arts scene, as it were, here in Marion County. So be sure and be a part of that meeting. Now, Duke, in your compensated role in the world, you actually work for the Regional Head Start office. Is that correct?
That's correct, David. I work for Squatchy Valley Head Start. And I'm glad you asked about that because right now we're enrolling children in Marion County at our Hemlock and Jasper centers.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you have children and you're interested in getting them in Head Start, come see us.
Now, they're available. You have pre-K programs there, is that
We
correct?
have early education pre-K programs. That's correct.
Okay.
South Pittsburgh, it starts at first to 5, and then Jasper is for 5.
3 to 5, did you say?
Yes, sir.
3 to 5, okay. If they're interested, where do they need to go?
You can go either to the Hemlock Center or the Jasper Center and complete an application, or you can come to our office. It's behind this in Westfield Plaza. It's behind the dialysis clinic in Jasper,
Right
Yeah.
across from the post office.
right across from the post office.
Yeah.
That's correct.
All right.
In the same strip that Glenna Lashley, that a number of school physicals got taken care of by. So
So I can bring my wife down to the Princess Theater tomorrow and show her a good movie for $5.
You certainly can, and you can do that every weekend this month.
all right. So that was what I was going to ask you. Any movie that you show there, is it generally going to be the $5 ticket?
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay.
Any movie we show, I don't know of any circumstance where it would be more than $5. Now, if we have a musical act or
Right.
some sort of a live act like that, it varies. But our movies are always $5 a ticket.
Okay. All right. Okay, and then is there a deadline on people enrolling at the Head Start centers?
No, sir, there's not. We take applications year-round.
Oh, okay.
Okay, great.
The sooner, we've only got a few spots open right at the moment, so the sooner you get there, the better.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And does that offer full summer program as well?
With our early Head Start, it's a year-round program.
Okay.
With
Great.
the other Head Start, it is not.
Okay. Cool.
All right. All right. And so is there anything, have you got any definitive dates for any of the holiday programs for the Princess already set in stone?
We do not.
Okay.
We don't have any of that set in stone. Everything, we're scheduling. That's pretty fluid, and
Yeah.
we've got some really neat things coming up in the work that I can't tell you about yet. Watch the schedules. Watch the Facebook page,
And
and go to our webpage site.
Okay. And what is the web page and the Facebook handle?
Facebook is SB Princess, and the webpage is South Pittsburgh Princess SB.org.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry, it's Princess Theater SB.org. I'm sorry about that.
All right. And then there are links throughout the South Pittsburgh Municipal website that you can get to that also. And then now, if they, I believe you told us when you were on the show, if they sign up if they like the Facebook page, you put out that schedule fairly regularly, don't you?
Oh, yes. We post it very regularly on Facebook. That's correct.
Okay. All right.
So if you sign up on our Facebook page, you'll know what's coming on at the Princess.
All right. Well, fantastic. Well, Duke, we appreciate you taking the time to call us.
Anytime.
And we'll try and make it a habit. With the election last week, we just kind of went election all out, but we're going to try and prioritize informing folks of what's going on at the Princess.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I
so-
love the opportunity to be on your show.
Yeah, we'll have you back one day, and
Okay?
we'll try not to launch lawn darts at you, which is our pastime. But
No promises, though. No guarantees on that.
I understand.
but Duke, again, we appreciate it, and I'll let you get on with your evening. And
I appreciate it, babe.
all right,
We'll
Duke.
see you at the Princess Theater, Duke. Thank you.
I'll see you there. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, I'm excited. I think the problem is that cord come out the back now.
All right.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you.
See if that works now. I don't know
Thank
if it
you,
does.
Josh. It's all good either way. I
Yeah,
can talk
we'll
loud enough.
There you go. So, I'm excited. I may take my wife down there tomorrow to $5 movie night.
That's a great deal. You can't beat that.
Sneak
Yeah.
in some
Hey,
popcorn.
To be
Okay.
perfectly
No.
honest, not to have to drive to Chattanooga to pay $9.50 for a ticket.
It's
Yeah.
the best deal. And I tell you, that is a great deal that you can go down there. We got something close to home.
Yeah, no
Some
doubt.
people,
Yeah.
if you live in South Pittsburgh, you can walk down there.
Yeah.
And
And they've got,
I think it's great.
you've got restaurants right around there.
It
and you
is
can make a whole night of it.
Phenomenal.
Absolutely.
I am proud that they have that.
Yes.
So,
the county is really growing, and I'm excited to see the changes.
Absolutely.
It's a
Yeah.
great direction we're going.
Well, and I think that September 1st meeting, I think that'll be helpful because we've got a lot of artists that we get to showcase a little bit of it at the county fair because they have the art and craft stuff. But we don't have anything that just has a regular scene.
And it all works together for the bigger picture.
Yeah,
Because South Pittsburgh is on target with Thrive for 2055, and that is part of that initiative. And I have to applaud them again.
Yeah.
They're doing the right things to make sure their city's taken care of.
And we had Ruthie Thompson
We did.
from 2055 on the show, and I followed up with her just more as fun because I told her I had some skepticism about what the end game was going to be, and so she still thinks I'm dead wrong. So. Next week, I'm going to call Nancy Silvertooth and talk to her again.
She'll beat you up. Nancy Silvertooth was on the show. She won her race in the 39th district. She will face off against David Alexander.
Yeah.
And
she won pretty handily.
She did win handedly in that race, and I think that may be a good race. The deck is stacked against her a little bit. There's a lot more strong Republicans in that district, but she has a great following in Franklin County.
Yeah, and I think that's
a
going to
big
be
box.
that exactly right. I think it's going to be a game of boxes. David Alexander, he's kind of a low key guy. Kind of his approach to government is, if I don't need to meddle, then I'm not going to meddle, and that kind of transpires in his personality. So I think he has an opportunity. A lot of eyes are going to be on him, and so you're right. I think it could be
going to be a good race.
Yeah,
sure.
I think that could be one of the more substantive races.
Yes,
and that would be a nifty change. If we could see ideology, solutions, how people, though. I won't
Roll
get into
that
my
tape back. A nifty change.
nifty change.
No, we won't hold you to that. And Janice Bowling, Senator Janice Bowling, she's called in on the show before. She called in last week during the election. Handedly.
Yeah, she's
Blew the. She may run for governor one day with numbers like that.
Yeah, it was a shutdown, wasn't it?
It's funny. I made that joke to her, and her response was, "Friends don't tell friends to run for governor."
I mean, if you have numbers like that,
Yeah.
that's almost untouchable.
Well,
numbers.
what
has
I was
support.
making the joke about was that one of her relatives just got hired as a pretty higher up at UTK. And I said, Janice, just lead with that. Just say UTK as many times as you possibly can and run for governor. She texted back and said, friends don't tell friends to run for governor.
It's going to be exciting one way or another.
Yeah,
guys.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
She did a great. I mean, that is unbelievable. I tell you.
Well,
kudos to her for that large margin, and I don't.
and then we do have
Says a lot about her.
Steve Reynolds was running uncontested for the Democratic primary for the Tennessee U.S. House, Tennessee 4.
Scott Desjardins.
He'll be facing Scott Desjardins on the 8th. Again, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but I am going to tell you to vote. So,
Absolutely. Vote.
Which that's not entirely true. Before now and November 8th, I'm probably going to mention a couple of times who you should vote for. But you can do just like Josh and ignore me. But
I have voted for a Republican.
Yeah.
I voted, and I have voted for a Republican, especially if the Democrats have no one running.
Well,
Well,
thanks for that.
I mean, no, I'm talking about in primaries.
Oh.
I mean, we've.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So, I mean, sometimes we just,
Sometimes you got to choose,
switch
guys.
over.
You got to make a choice.
So
Yeah.
I have voted And I voted for Republicans on a local level.
Well, chances are I'll probably vote for a Democrat on the local level if everything stays the same.
I think it will.
He better listen to what I say. We're going to take a little break here. We're going to come back with Sam Anderson. Going to tell
We're going
us
to learn about the fair.
We're going to come around.
I'm
at Camp
excited.
Marion County Fair.
We're already back at that, but yeah, time flies when you're having fun.
You can take your pigs and chickens down
yeah.
there. He's going to tell us all about it.
Get a funnel cake while you're there.
Yeah.
So we'll be right back with you. Hi, I'm David Riley.
And I'm Josh Jennings.
Join us live on Thursday nights at 7:30.
For local issues that affect you.
So be sure and join us at 7:30 on Thursdays for a live presentation of Beyond the Talking Points.
And a replay on Monday at 6 p.m. here on WEPG.
Hi, I'm David Riley.
And I'm Josh Jennings.
Join us live on Thursday nights at 7:30.
For local issues that affect you.
So be sure and join us at 7:30 on Thursdays for a live presentation of Beyond the Talking Points.
And a replay on Monday at 6 p.m. here on WEPG.
All right, welcome back to Beyond the Talking Points. We are here with a full house tonight. We've got Josh Jennings, we've got guest host Peter Pitts, and we've got Mr. Sam Anderson. As I realized that Sam wanted to sit next to me because I had on the matching red shirt.
As I look on the monitor there, it looks like the American
business
flag.
Yes.
I mean, y'all do a wave.
Hey, God bless America.
Sam, we're glad you're here. I want to know what's going on at the fair.
Well,
When is it?
we're getting ready. We're getting ready again. It's crunch time.
Yeah.
5 weeks away.
Oh, man.
It opens on September 27th. 5 days, runs through October 1st. And that is the latest that the fair has ever been. But folks that have complained in the past about it being a little warm the end of August or 1st of September, maybe they will have some cooler weather. We don't know yet.
You know
Yeah.
what I think? I think it's perfect time for a fair.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be not. The fall will just be in the air.
Yeah.
You can come out. I think it'll just be perfect.
Well,
Good.
and one thing we need to pray for, because the last couple of years have, the fair has acted as a rain dance that we badly need, but maybe it'll all come before then.
Next
Not
week.
this year, hopefully.
Yeah. But here a couple of weeks ago, you had to move the whole carnival because of the water, didn't you? So
One
Well,
year.
I
Yep.
just I don't know if you heard or not. I just left the Ray County Fair,
Okay.
so that's why I was going to be late tonight, but I made it. Our fair is a lot bigger than their fair.
Oh.
really,
I was
good
really
deal.
surprised. Mm-hmm. And they're, I was just really surprised. It was a
Ray
lot.
County's a pretty big area,
Yeah.
so that's awesome.
I was.
We're doing good, aren't
We
we?
had a young, yeah, we are. We had a young lady from there that entertained at our fair from Ray County.
Yeah.
She did well. I can't think of the name right now.
Well, that's okay.
Now-
She's not watching.